Hi everybody, I am Sama Khanal from Nepal. Today I am going to talk about morpheme. In today's class, I will be discussing the definition of morpheme and types of morpheme. What morpheme is? Students, do you know what morpheme is? Have you heard this word before? Yes, we have heard. You? No? Okay. Then morpheme is smallest part of word. Smallest part of word or meaning of a language. Smallest part of word or meaning of a language. What is that smallest part then? Just for example, say one word, any word, you know. Yes. Okay, book. Can you break down this word, book? No. Then if we cannot break down this word, then this is one morpheme. And then if I join self here, this is also a word. Book self is also a word. Book only it is also a word. And I have said here smallest part of word or meaning of a language. Then if we break this, then this is one morpheme and this is another morpheme. Book self is combination of two words here or two morphemes, and where we combine these two morphemes and again it makes a single word. In this way, this is one type of joining morpheme, and I will give another example of morpheme here like root. Root is a word, it is one morpheme, and if I add here ed, then it is rooted. Ed, I add here another morpheme here. One is root and another is ed. In this way, I joined one here and here another. There are two types of morpheme. I join differently. One is free morpheme. Look here. One is free morpheme. One is free morpheme. This one is, and this is called bound morpheme. Bound morpheme. And what is free morpheme and what is bound morpheme? I think you have got some points. Yes, very good. In free morpheme, there we can have meaning of both morphemes. We can generate meaning of both morphemes. Book, it has different meaning, and self, it has another meaning. So that this is a free morpheme. We can have meaning. You can say another example also. Do you have another example? Any example, you know. Themselves. One. Themselves. Them is one morpheme, self is another morpheme. And these two have different meaning, and they are independent in meaning, or they have their own meaning in them. In this type of joining of words, different words are free morpheme. And another in bound morpheme, the joining part, the new joining part, that's prefix, suffix or infix. We add prefix. That means if it is op plus root plus ed, then op is prefix. It is before the root word. Then it is prefix. after the root word, then it is suffix. It is at last. And infix is in middle, just like tooth. One word is tooth, and when I make it plural, then teeth. Make it teeth. Here in the middle, O and EE, there is difference while making plural. Then it is in between, changing in between. In that case, this is infix. Changing is in between. In this type, free morpheme one and another is bound morpheme. The words which has free meaning or meaning in themselves, that is free morpheme, and bound morpheme, it is joined with three types. One is prefix, another is suffix, and last one is infix. And by these types, it is bound morpheme is made, and it doesn't have meaning in isolation. This free morpheme has meaning in isolation, but bound morpheme, they don't have meaning in isolation, so that it is bound morpheme. When it is connected with the root word, then only it generates meaning. Do you understand now? Okay, very good. And your homework is give definition of morpheme and write 10 examples of bound and free morpheme. Okay, thank you class.